everybody, and welcome back to Friday Night Magic here at GameSwap Mason, hosted by Top Deck Productions. We've got another interesting one here for you. We've got, you know, our longtime burn boy here, Jesse, playing against Brent, who we saw earlier tonight, slaying it with humans. He didn't do great. Yeah. But he did all right. He did well enough. Let's see if he can run it back for this one.
So this is an interesting matchup. We have two of the top dogs in Modern, humans versus burn. What's going on here? What are the key cards?
Well, we have a lot of action coming out of Thalia and Meddling Mage. Yeah. Both strategies can be quite uninteractive. Jesse needs to recognize that in this matchup he's playing control. Thalia makes that difficult, and Meddling Mage makes that difficult. Now, if we're lucky, Jesse's going to Searing Blaze this Thalia right now.
Yeah, I think that's all in his hand.
That's the play. That's what we want to be doing in this turn. The Meddling Mage, Brent really needs to know what's going on. He needs to be able to read his opponent very well. There we go. But the Meddling Mage is also really good against Rift Bolt because it telegraphs itself a turn before it comes down.
Well, it's a little guesswork, a little bit of no information with a Kitesail Freebooter. He can violate the Freebooter, take a card, name the other one, and then just go from there.
Exactly. So it really depends. Post board, this game actually gets a lot more Brent heavy.
Brent heavy.
We're going to see Auroch Champion coming out of the sideboard just like earlier today, where it was absolutely a house versus, well, it would have been absolutely a house versus Mardu if he'd actually seen it.
Right.
But in this matchup, it's quite interesting because it actually just blocks everything in burn. Yeah. And every time he plays one of his own creatures, he gains a life.
Yeah.
Right, so here comes the mage. This is exactly what we were talking about. This time he cast the freebooter to take a look at the hand and vial in the mage instead of the opposite way around, but that's fine. And it looks like, what did he name? Can we get that information?
He named the Lava Spike in Jesse's hand. It was the only
the Lava Spike. All right, Lava Spike. All right, we're good. We got a Lava Spike on the Meddling Mage, which is not good for Jesse because it's in his hand.
Yeah, it's only card in his hand. If he draws more, they're dead.
He basically, yeah, for real. He's just got an empty hand. And there's a Thalia. At this point in the top deck mode on Jesse's side, Thalia doesn't really matter all that much for the effect. The fact that it's a 2-1 first strike is relevant, but the rest of it isn't really. A single Prowess trigger on that Monastery Swift Spear, and it kills Thalia and doesn't care. Yep. That's what I like about it. I don't really like... Eidolon's not that great here either.
No, he's already got his cards in play, and he's got the Aether Vial.
And he's got the Vial. He's got most of his cards out and the Vial, which circumvents
Brent's only going to take damage if he wants to.
Yeah, exactly. He gets to be a lot more careful about this. And also, the Vial also gives him a lot more value out of those Horizon Canopies in his deck. Yep. Because he doesn't have to use them for mana, obviously, so he gets...
huge downside unless you have Vial, then they're just free draw card.
They really are. Well, 1 mana still.
Yeah.
1 mana is nothing. Yeah. You can't use Ancient Ziggurat for it.
Right.
That's all that matters.
1 mana is nothing, says the Tron player.
Yeah, 1 mana is nothing, dude. Unless it's the difference between 7 and 8 and my hand is an Ugin.
Yeah, you know.
Then it's everything.
Alright, what are we casting?
Thalia's Lieutenant on a board like this is nuts. That Thalia's Lieutenant is single-handedly going to be responsible for 3 power on the swing this turn, and surely more as the game progresses, as it becomes larger and larger, like the Champion of Lamphold does.
Jesse drew a
It's
land.
great. No, it's really good in this scenario, especially because one of that's flying.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't swing out with the rest of that stuff. I think he could have swung with the Thalia. I think swinging with the Thalia would have been free as well. The freebooter obviously is free, but the Meddling Mage, he can double block the Meddling Mage. Yeah. And take the Meddling Mage off the board and then play the cards in his hand.
Yeah. I guess Brent doesn't want to do that because he is at 8.
Yeah, he wants to lock those hands and those cards up in Jesse's hand.
Yeah.
And do we know how many cards are in Brent's hand? Looks like he's got 2. I think I saw a Vial.
I think there was a Vial in there and something.
And he's just not going to play that because he doesn't want to take the 2 off of Vial.
Yeah, there's no reason.
There's no reason to play it. It's too late in the game.
Over. Yeah.
It's just a dead card in his hand, and there's a Hierarch. Do we want... I don't think we want the Hierarch that much, do we?
Not really.
What he really wants here is a Mantis Rider.
Yes.
A Mantis Rider or a Bugler. A Mantis Rider or a Bugler are both good. Now, because you can Vial them both in, so you get to circumvent the Eidolon. Yep. And, well, I mean, Mantis Rider just gets in and starts hitting hard.
Oh, yeah.
There's a freebooter in Brent's hand. I think that's the correct play here. You suck up the 2 damage from Eidolon. Yep. And get to take another card out of his hand. You get to assess how many Lava Spikes are in
what Brent doesn't know is that Jesse's hand is just blanks.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bolt. Okay,
there's a bolt.
Bolt the mage, Lava Spike him. It's not great. Something to do, though.
He can
bolt the freebooter. Get
Jesse needs to go to combat first. He needs to declare his attacks and see what's going on, so that he can run out that bolt where it is appropriate.
Yep.
Because if Jesse can just like run out the damage and hit Brent, if Brent just lets some of it through, then he can just bolt the Thalia, run out the dudes, do the stuff, and but I think this is a GG swing from Brent. Unless he does. I think that he should be just alpha striking here. Honestly. So, Jesse bolted the freebooter to stop the damage and got the bolt back.
Yep.
That's free.
Yeah.
Free lightning bolt. He also neglected to pay the extra mana for Thalia, but Brent didn't see that either. No, unless he just did.
I mean, it ultimately doesn't matter.
It ultimately doesn't matter.
He's not trying to triple spell here.
Yeah, it is ultimately Brent's responsibility to upkeep that, I think.
Yeah.
But, you know, he did it. We're playing at regular REL here. Brent did it a little retroactively. That's fine.
Yep.
Not much had happened. It obviously didn't affect the game. Jesse, you know, obviously just went, yeah, you're right, and tapped the mana.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. If it was competitive, though, boy, I get you. You didn't say that. That's not my card. And then we'd both get a warning.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works.
What was that, Searing Blaze? Searing Blaze is big.
Searing Blaze is huge, and he just played a land. Ooh, I'm loving it. Loving it.
Searing Blaze, the Meddling Mage, Spike Bolt, lethal?
No, he doesn't have enough mana for that.
Yeah, you're right.
Because of the Thalia.
Yep.
So did we Searing Blaze the Thalia? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's at 5, yeah.
And 2 untapped lands.
So he can cast bolts. He can bolt the Meddling
Jesse
Mage
needs to
Spike.
draw another burn spell.
Yes, he does. No matter
And it can be any burn spell.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have to do it at Brent's end step. He has enough mana at this stage.
Needle
so,
drop.
Let's not go there. Even if it's another spike, he can wait until it hits the hand, and then bolt the mage, double spike, and then
Yeah. He doesn't need to trade this off as soon as he can.
He needs to try. So he needs to try and get in. But if Brent just lets the Eidolon go through, that's game. Jesse just bolts him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eidolon locking yourself is a big thing to consider at this stage in the game when you're at 6 as the burn player. Brent knows there's a lightning bolt in Jesse's hand. And Brent knows that if he takes this Eidolon, he's just donezo. Brent's only line of play is to just do that. He just did it.
Yep.
That's what he was supposed to do.
Yep.
Because he's not technically in lethal range because he knows that there's a spike and a bolt in Jesse's hand.
Yep.
And that's it. So the out is that Jesse doesn't have a second bolt. But if he does have a second bolt, it's GG's.
Yep.
I still think it is correct for Jesse to wait until his draw step to fire off that lightning bolt in case it's a second lava spike. So if he draws another lava spike, he easy bolts the mage and then double spikes the face, and that's the game.
Yeah.
But if he fires off the bolt at Brent's end step onto the mage or upstairs to Brent, then there's a chance that he just draws a spike and then it's a dead draw and he has to wait another turn.
I think either way, this will probably be the last turn of the game for both players.
One way or another, yes. Either Jesse's going to rip a burn spell and kill Brent, or he's not, and Brent's just going to alpha strike.
Yeah.
And that's going to be GG.
Okay, bolt upstairs. You gotta go for it.
Not bueno. Does he take the meddling mage or does he go upstairs? He takes the meddling mage. No, he goes upstairs. He kind of pointed it.
Yeah, you have to go upstairs.
He kind of pointed it at the mage. So at this point, we're just on the please, for the love of God, don't draw a lava spike. Anything else?
No lava spikes, no lands. Everything else.
No creatures.
No creatures.
Creatures don't get there. So we've got.
Brent has outs.
We've got all sorts of things. Jesse's still playing the shard volleys. We've got shard volleys that end the game profitably here. We've got, you know, searing blazes because he's got that fetch as long as he's at least at 2 life at the end of this turn.
Yeah.
He goes to 3.
Slam it.
Hey, there it is. Yep, they both knew the draw. They both knew the deal.
Yep.
Jesse played the statistics, and it was there. I think he played very well.
I love when they don't solo this. Slam it on the table. That's my favorite part.
Bam. That's how you got to do it.
Like, was it a land? It's not. Hey, you got him.
Well, the problem with windmill slamming, because if it is a land, you're supposed to hold on to it.
Sure.
To trigger searing blaze.
Sure, man.
I'm just saying.
You are technically
now
correct,
here it didn't matter because Brent had the backswing
Yep.
for dead. So.
Yeah.
Who knows? You never know. So what sort of sideboard do you think is coming out of the humans deck here? We mentioned Auric Champion already for sure.
He's got Auric Champion. He's got Rex Sage for Eidolon.
I don't think he cares that much. I wouldn't be doing that. I don't know that he's wrong for doing so. I'm not a humans player, but
at worst it's a 2/1.
For 3.
He is trying to kill his opponent. He's got Ether Vials and stuff.
That's true. That's true. It's probably not the worst. It's probably much better than I'm giving it credit for. Now Jesse's definitely bringing in some hot Path to Exiles and probably Ensnaring Bridge. I know Jesse's on the Ensnaring Bridge plan.
Path, Bridge. He's got the Bloods or the Paths, or
it'd be
chains.
Bloods or Bridges.
Yep.
He's playing Paths instead of Chain. Well, more accurately, I'm playing Chain instead of Path. That'd be a more accurate way to describe that.
Yeah.
So we've got, you know, pretty obvious sideboard decisions on either side. Brent, he really needs to bring that Auric Champion in, whether or not I didn't see him grab it.
Yeah.
He really needs it.
Oh yeah.
Not that he needs it to win. Not to say that it's like a bad matchup for humans, but
it just blocks
ooh, that card's so good in this matchup.
Yeah.
That's one of those cards that Burn players look at and go, really? That card isn't modern?
Mm-hmm.
Like when Soul Sister, like that's how I felt playing against Soul Sisters all the time. It's like, really, this is a deck?
Dude,
it just gains life. What's the big deal?
I played White Black Tokens way back in the day before like Bitter Blossom was unbanned and all that stuff, and that card was just actually insane. Like
yeah, White Black Tokens was a real.
When I was building the deck, I was like, why don't I just play a Soul Sister? And then like actually get to play with the Auric Champion. I'm like, oh, this thing's unkillable. That's why.
Yeah, that's why it was $25.
Yeah.
Back when we were young and $25 was a lot for a Magic card.
Dude, it was absurd. I bought my first Liliana for $30, and I was like, get out of here. That's so much money for one card.
Yeah, really. That's how I was when I was first building Tron. I was like, oh, I don't want to play because Red Green Tron was the Tron at the time when I started. Yeah. I was like, oh, get out of here. Wherever the Burn Willows is $50. I'm like, I'm just gonna play Car Pollution Forest instead.
Yeah, right.
And then these days, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to kind of own some Wherever the Burn Willows, even though I don't play them.
Right.
I've got like 2 or 3 ridiculously expensive commander decks, and I've come so far. I've gone from being
we've really grown.
We've really grown into frivolous spenders.
Yeah.
It's probably not good. I really should save more money.
It's like food, then rent, then Magic cards.
No, it's not even in that order for me. I shouldn't tell you what the order it is for me.
I can guess.
I'm sure you can. Yeah, who needs food though, right?
Yeah. Just get a job at a kitchen and you work. It's fine. It's free.
You just need to work.
Yeah.
It's free. All right, what do we got coming out of here? We got some opening hands. Look at those beautiful Boros charms.
Imansi going way back.
Oh yeah, when the Lotuses were $300 and the duels were less than $50.
You want to hear a story? When I was 4-ish years old, they had a Wizards of the Coast store in like the mall I was growing up in, and they had a Magic display, like play Magic here, and they had, I think it was probably beta packs at the time, just like sitting there, and I was like, this art is ugly. Why would I ever play this game? I want to play Pokemon.
Oh man, I love the old art, like the old real high fantasy hand-painted Magic art. If I could have all of the cards in any of my decks just redone in the old style, oof. Yeah. I'd do it. I would spend an absurd amount of money.
Didn't really appeal to me as a kid.
I mean,
I enjoy it more
as a kid. I didn't actually get to play Magic when I was young. I was raised with a basement full of Warhammer minis.
Hey, that's fine.
I didn't really get into Magic until I was in high school.
It was like casual Pokemon. We didn't play by the rules. We just made up our own rules because that's how everybody
Me and my cousin, when we were kids, we would just like hang out in the basement and we just made up rules to Pokemon. I just had Pokemon cards.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good time. Innocence is bliss.
We didn't even use energy cards. We're just like, what are these? These cards?
Yeah, really. Nobody used energy. What is that even a game? Is there even a game for Pokemon, or is it just cards?
I think people just like all make up their own rules.
Yeah, I mean that's how you have fun, really. And then we see people do, like, casual Magic players do that, and we all just like wince. We're such hypocrites.
Yeah,
it's absurd. It's ridiculous.
I mean, they probably say the same thing about Magic.
Yeah, they probably do. That's fine. They can do that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
What goes around comes around.
Yeah, exactly. 12 for 20 years. I feel that, buddy.
No, our streamer actually is like 12 years old.
No, yeah, the guy running the stream now.
Someone call OSHA. Child labor laws.
He's a kid. It's not labor. He's being paid in store credit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gets around the.
He's a volunteer, actually.
All right, here we go. Brent finally making his play.
Yeah, finally. We've been sitting here, talking about nothing for an hour. He's not really 12. Ooh, double champion.
I'm not 12, I'm 13 and a half.
Oh, man. I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that. I don't even really, Justin, I don't actually know how old you are for real. I'm just going to keep saying 12.
All right, so what did
Steering Blaze. Yeah, there it is. Called it.
Jesse went upstairs with that bolt, right? So like Brent should be at 14, not 20. I'm just saying the counter goes down, not up.
He's too busy talking about how young he is. He's not even maintaining this game. It's okay. We love him.
Maintain the game state
in a totally platonic way, because that's illegal.
What is happening to Nelson?
I don't know, man. Nelson's gonna call us up tomorrow and fire us. He's not gonna call us. He'll have Jake Facebook message us.
Got him.
Or Jake will just do it without even talking to Nelson.
Yeah.
He'll just go, I'll just fire him. Whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, Kitesail Freebooter is nuts.
That card's really good.
It really is.
I was opening that card at pre-release, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to these.
Bridge is a big play from Jesse. Bridge, people anticipate Bridge so much from Burn these days, and it really does so much work these days that I play Burn without bridges.
Yeah.
And nobody at any of the locals that I play at have ever seen me play bridge. I've never owned an ensnaring bridge in my life, and these people that I play with know it. Yet there's a guy at Monster Games who still brings in Ancient Grudge against me when he's playing Hollow One, and I just cackle.
Right, cackle.
Nice card. Here's a bolt.
You know what Jesse's really got to do? He's really got to burn this bridge.
It's an artifact.
Hey.
Metal isn't flammable, Barrel.
Tell it to immolate.
Who?
Immolate.
Immolate. I thought you said Emily. I was like, who's Emily?
Yeah, you know. Her too. She'll tell you all about it.
She'll tell you about it. If anybody is watching named Emily and knows anything about fire,
go ahead and leave us a like. Go ahead and subscribe. We'd like to have you on for a little Q&A.
Yeah. Fire with Emily.
All right. What is the meddling mage name? Can we get that in chat?
Yeah, I can't. Lava Spike again. That's what we got.
Okay, Lava Spike.
Spiky boy.
Who will win? One meddling mage or one spiky boy?
Definitely the meddling. Spike doesn't even kill the meddling mage. It just goes right overhead.
Is this an
Boros Charm? That's a Boros Charm prowess trigger. We got 6 damage coming in.
It would be really funny if Jesse just drew nonstop Lava Spikes, couldn't cast them, and like got out of ensnaring bridge range.
That's kind of the game plan. I was talking, or Zach was talking with Kyle here at the shop about how humans goes against burn. He says the idea is really just a hopefully meddling mage until your bridge doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's real.
I've seen so much conflicting data as far as just watching games goes about this matchup. Every humans player I talk to has a different opinion about how this matchup is, and every burn player I talk to has a different opinion about how this matchup is. Some people say it's favored one way or the other, and there's just no consistency about. It's not like all humans players like the matchup and all burn players hate the matchup. It's back and forth all day.
All right, what we got, man? I mean, Jesse's kind of in the driver's seat here. Brent doesn't have a whole lot to do.
Yeah, I mean, both of these. I mean. The humans deck is accidentally interactive.
Yeah.
That's the term I like to use. It's accidentally interactive because all of those interaction pieces are also clocks, and they're also humans, and that's just what he's trying to do.
Right.
This champion just got massive.
Yeah.
It just got 2 counters, one from the Thalia hitting and the other from the Thalia hitting.
I think Jesse drew a bolt because he's trying to figure out what to do here.
Yeah, so, Jesse definitely has a live spell in hand, and he's going to fire off that Path to Exile. I would say probably Path the... No, you don't need to Path the Champion, you just chump it. You're trying to get gas
He can attack with the Champion.
Oh my god, he can't attack with the Champion. See, I told you, I never play with Bridge. I don't know how this card works. I'm not qualified for this.
Brent's at 4 here, and he doesn't really have any outs here. Oh, the Rex Age.
Well, I mean, Jesse just fired off the Boros Charm, so Jesse needs to get another Boros Charm.
So if Brent...
Oh, man, Brent brought in a... Maybe that's what the Rex Sage is for. Maybe he was anticipating
so we Rex Sage that champion, or he has to chump the champion, and then it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, we need a Rex Sage.
That ain't a Rex Sage.
Like now. Brent, draw it now.
Draw it right now. Just
Brent.
draw a card. Just free cards, dude.
Brent,
he has 2 Mantis Riders in hand.
Yep.
Not good enough. Can we get a cards in hand from Jesse?
He has none.
None?
Yep.
Yep, he flashed the Jazz hands.
Just hands.
Yeah, so bridge is maximum value right here. I didn't even really think about that. Like, it's just not. I'm just not thinking on the angle of bridge because I'm not used to seeing it or playing it in burn. But
right.
You know, what do I know? Obviously, I say that a lot. What do I know? I really probably shouldn't do this. I don't
the
know
mage
anything.
is on Lava Spike.
Yeah, mage is on Lava Spike, and that Mantis Rider is on nothing.
Manta Ray is on D.
It's on the defense. It's always on the defense. You have vigilance.
Yeah.
It's vigilance. Always
So
watching.
vigilant.
So here we have a draw into another land, and there's a Phantasmal Image in there.
Yeah, you really don't want to do anything with it.
Mage, dude. Get another mage.
You can keep maging.
Yeah, he wants to Phantasmal Image the mage for sure.
I think he just. I need Steering Blaze.
I think he needs to not keep making his things bigger so he can maybe eventually bridge, like get through the bridge.
I think we're just firmly off that plan at this point.
So we're supposed to Phantasmal Image Mage for Boros Charm because that's the only single card that actually wins Jesse the game.
Yeah.
But I think Jesse's got the inevitability clause here. Like he's got the better inevitability. What did we just play?
It's
just off screen. Hierarch? Okay.
How do I hold these humans?
Yeah. Yeah, chat knows what's up. Mage, Image the Maze, Boros Charm. Because Jesse can just rip the charm and not care. If he can't cast Boros Charm, then he has to draw 2 spells instead of just 1. Because being at 4 is the same as being at 20. If you're above 3, nothing matters, dude.
Nothing else matters.
Copying Hierarch?
Alright, so he's on the Noble Heart beatdown plan.
Oh my gosh, you're right. He is on the Noble Hierarch beatdown plan.
Dude, that's going to take, like...
too long. And Jesse can just double block.
It's 2 a turn, and he has chump blockers.
That's a 5-turn clock.
Jesse, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Play with your food.
Just draw the board. He's just drawing lands, man.
Yeah.
He's not playing with nothing. Just draw more burn spells, man. What are you doing? Just draw better.
Is this a burn deck or is it Valakut?
Crack one of those fetches, then your deck. I mean, you have another
statistically speaking, fetching the thin isn't huge when you're only drawing a card a turn.
Yeah, but it's actually bigger when you're only drawing a card a turn. Especially, we're pretty late in the game. There's not that many cards left in the deck. It's enough. Like if it improves your chances by taking that 1 extra damage is not actually going to make Brent's clock any faster. The number of turns is the same.
Brent is offering the cut because he has to put them on a bottom in a random order with Bugler. What a guy. What happened?
What did happen? Oh, did we see a Rex Age?
Did he draw it?
Yeah,
okay,
we saw the Rex Age. Yeah, he boogled for the Rex Age.
Brent was too busy messing around to actually show us the card.
Yeah. Offer cut.
Offer cut while I have Rex Age in hand. I'm clearly going to play this card.
Yeah, Jesse knows what's going on, so he's gonna scoop it up.
Oh yeah,
here.
Jesse was a super dead there.
Yeah, very, very, very dead.
All right, so statistically speaking, from the last 2 times Jesse's been on camera, the last round he's lost. Is this going to be the end of the Jesse curse?
I hope so. I like seeing Jesse win.
Yeah. We're going to get food later.
That's nice.
You coming?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
And if you watching the stream want to come out to...
yeah, any of you guys watching, you want to come
to Fox and the Hound.
I was going to make him guess.
We'll sign some stuff.
Yeah, I'll sign Tron lands for you.
Yeah.
I will sign non-antiquities Tron lands because I have too much respect for people who have the original antiquities. I don't want to deface antiquities cards.
Yeah, they're antiques.
I'll deface Chronicles cards all day, and 4th edition white borders all day.
Right.
I'll sign Urza's Factories too.
There you go.
That's my card, man. Zach calls it the Connor Sloan Special. That's me. I'm Connor.
Oh, that's you.
That is me.
Okay, that was another Connor Sloan.
You know,
that makes sense.
A quarter of the Pro Tour Tron decks were playing Factory.
Would you say you caused that?
I have never seen that card registered until I top 8'd that class. Until I came in the finals of that classic.
I've never seen it popularized until you, but there was a Doug Lynn, who played Mono Blue Tron, which is not a good deck, who had it just for fun.
It was turned on to me by a guy who I occasionally see at IQs and PPTQs.
Yeah.
I try to say hi to him whenever, but just as soon as I made that, the following day after that classic, there was a thread on the Tron subreddit.
Yeah.
And he was there.
Yeah.
He was commenting on it, so I got to throw his name out and give him a little credit for turning me on to it. I've been on Factory solidly for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Year and a half, something like that. It's done nothing but good, and then I finally got to put up results with it, and it felt great. And I've seen a massive surge of people playing it.
Yeah.
Every single Tron player in like the Swiss of this last Open that I just happened to see, I wasn't looking very carefully, so I'm sure my sample size isn't very, accurate. But a lot of people I saw playing it, and it just makes me feel good.
That makes sense.
The card's really good, man.
Like you get to the late game where you're just like drawing your Sylvan Scryings and your Expedition maps. It's like, oh, okay.
The thing that I'm still doing that most people are not is I'm only playing 3 basics, and I have 4 utility lands. Most people play the 3, and it's either a Field of Ruin or a Ghost Quarter, which I like the Field of Ruin, but I understand the Ghost Quarter. It's a Field/Ghost Quarter, a Sanctum of Ugin, which I also play, and then a Horizon Canopy, or a Factory, or a 5th basic land. I play 3 basics, Sanctum, Factory, Canopy, and Field.
Yeah.
And I absolutely vouch for it.
Tron control.
It's not even Tron control. There are some times when games go grindy where my dead draws, which are Sylvan Scryings and maps in the late games of decks where, if I get interrupted very heavily early game, where those late game, maps and Scryings just turn into draw a card and make a dude or Sanctum sometime. Yeah, I thought there were only 17. I set a quarter because I was thinking 4 out of 17, which is like 23%. I could be wrong though. It might have been 18.
Yeah.
Which is still it's like 22.5% or something like that. I like to think that was me in a small part, in some small way. I brought that card to light. 22.22%.
Repeating, of course.
Thank you, 12-year-old stream runner, for pulling up a calculator and showing me that. Well, it's not just a guess. I did the math based on 4 out of 17, but Giant Spaghetti Monster says there were 18. He might be right.
Why would he lie?
I don't know. He wouldn't. I'm probably just wrong. We've established that I'm usually probably wrong.
Yeah, it happens.
I want to feel bad for not saying much about this match, but not really much has happened so far.
Hey, it's Burn versus Humans. You can keep up.
We had a turn 1 Hierarch from Brent here. It's turn 2. It's Jesse's turn 2.
He is firmly in the driver's seat. Drew a second lane, which is the reason he mulliganed the first hand. We're going to town.
Yeah, so it's turn 2. Looks like we're going to play a Boros Charm. Boom. Yeah, end step of Brent's. No, it was main step Boros Charm. That's a little strange.
I mean, just because your cards are instant speed doesn't mean you have to use them in instant speed.
Giant Spaghetti Monster. Good job using old Reddit. New Reddit is not great. The old Reddit is where it's at, dude. The old design.
Not much of a Redditor.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah,
It's your loss.
Hiya.
18 including 1 red-green Tron. Okay, I was not counting the red-green Tron, so that explains that.
Yeah.
I think red-green Tron has a fundamentally different deck-building philosophy than the mono-green, simply because, with the green X Tron, I feel like you need to devote X slots to dual lands, and they really just play the burn willows. But like when I was playing green-black and green-white, it was always 3 fast lands and 1 pain land.
Yeah.
Or if it was red-green, it would be 3 fast lands.
Here's something funny. Mantis Rider is a 3-power dude. Never mind. So he couldn't attack with he has to attack with a Noble Hierarch to not get exalted. So he can get in.
Wow.
But he drew the Rex Sage, so oh baby.
Yeah, Blue Tron's kind of fun to run back at like your FNM. I will never, unless something crazy happens to this format, I'm not gonna play it at a real tournament.
Yeah.
I like to run it back at locals, from time to time, just for fun. It's fun to cast Condescend. I like scrying. but
yeah.
I'm not going to play it at a real tournament. I just can't do that to myself.
Can we get updated live totals? I don't think Brent's still at 20.
There's no way Brent's at 20. Yeah. So, in short, the red green and mono green Tron, they're not super different. I think the current iteration of red green is based more heavily on red green than on the original green X-Trons, which makes them much more similar.
Yeah.
But I still think they're just different enough. I wasn't really counting the red green in that list, but in short, I really like Factory, and I'm really glad that whether or not it really happened, I'm really glad that it looks like I brought that card to light, and it just makes me feel good. It makes me want to play the deck
Jesse
more.
Just trying to play
it makes me want to put up more results. I don't know. I'm not sure what Jesse's doing.
So Brent should be at 7.
Yeah, chat says Brent should be at 7.
Cough, cough. Update.
Can we just verify that with the players, actually? That seems like way better of an idea.
Okay.
Good game. So he's going to run out the Thalia and present lethal. That Rex Sage, I feel dumb for talking bad about the Rex Sage.
I mean, not every burn player's playing bridge.
I just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's not something that even enters my mind. Like if we couldn't see his board, I would not be guessing. Oh, he's gonna bring in a even though I know Jesse plays ensnaring bridge, just because I know Jesse, I just wouldn't even think about it.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us tonight. That was 5 rounds of Modern. If you're in the area, come do Fox and the Hound. We'll sign some stuff, talk about the stream. It's a little Magic After Dark action.
I'm not gonna be there long.
That's fine.
We'll try.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Make sure to check